Listen, I'm about to tell you something that most women would never admit out loud. Last week, a 72-year-old man walked into my favorite coffee shop, and within 5 minutes, he had me completely charmed. No fancy car outside, no Rolex, just him. And you know what? Half the women in that place were watching him too. Now, before you click away, thinking this is another one of those, well, just be confident videos, stick with me. Because what happened next is going to change how you think about dating forever. So, this guy, let's call him Frank, he sits down at the table next to mine. He's reading an actual newspaper. Remember those? And he starts chuckling to himself, not scrolling through his phone like a zombie, actually enjoying his morning. The barista comes over, and instead of just ordering, he asks her about her day. Really asks, listens to her answer, makes a joke about the weather. Nothing fancy, nothing rehearsed, just real. Then he notices I'm struggling with my laptop bag, offers to help, doesn't hover, doesn't use it as some creepy pickup move. Just genuine kindness. We start talking. And here's the kicker. Within 10 minutes, I was the one trying to keep the conversation going. Me, chasing him. Want to know his secret? It's stupidly simple, but most men your age completely miss it. Frank treated me like a person first and a woman second. He didn't compliment my appearance right away, didn't stare, didn't try to impress me with stories about his glory days. He was just present, engaged, curious about my life, not performing for my attention. Now, here's your golden tip, and I want you to really hear this. Stop apologizing for your age. Seriously, stop it right now. Every older man I meet does this thing where he immediately brings up his age like it's some kind of defect. Well, at my age. Or, I know I'm probably too old, but you're basically asking me to see you as less attractive before we even get started. Why would you do that to yourself? Here's what Frank did differently. He owned where he was in life. When I asked what he does, he told me he's retired and loving it. Said he finally has time to learn Italian cooking. Showed me a photo of this pasta dish he made that honestly looked restaurant quality. He was excited about his life, passionate. That's incredibly attractive. You've got decades of stories, experiences, and skills that younger guys simply don't have. You know who you are. You're not trying to figure out your career or pretend to be someone you're not to impress people. That's powerful, but only if you believe it yourself. And think about it this way. When you were younger, were you attracted to women who constantly apologized for themselves? Who seemed ashamed of who they were? Of course not. Nobody is. Confidence isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. So next time you talk to an attractive woman, try this. Instead of mentioning your age at all, just talk about what genuinely interests you. Share something you're excited about. Ask her questions because you're actually curious, not because you're running through some pickup script. And here's a bonus insight. Most attractive women your age or younger have dated plenty of guys who look good on paper but are boring as hell. Guys who spend the whole day talking about themselves. Guys who are so busy trying to impress that they forget to be interesting. So you don't need to compete with 30-year-olds at their game. Play your own game. You've got wisdom, stability, and hopefully a sense of humor about life that only comes from actually living it. Use that. And I gave Frank my number before he even asked for it. Not because he was trying hard, because he wasn't trying at all. He was just being himself. A version of himself that clearly likes his own company and figured if I wanted to join, great. If not, he'd go home and make that pasta anyway. That's the energy I'm talking about. That's what makes a woman look twice. Not your age, not your hairline, your genuine engagement with life. So stop treating your age like a handicap you need to overcome. Start treating it like the advantage it actually is. Because trust me, there are plenty of us out there who find older men incredibly attractive. but only the ones who find themselves attractive first. If this helped you see things differently, do me a favor. Subscribe to my channel. I share real talk about dating from a woman's perspective. No games, no nonsense, just honest advice that actually works. Hit that subscribe button right now. Let's keep this conversation going.